Stink, stunk, think, thunk, tank. It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello and welcome to Thunk Tanked. I am Calvin, and we are coming to you live from somewhere.
I am Andreas, and I'm just asking, why can't we eat horses?
I'm Eric, and the average YouTube video has 30 seconds of watch time, which means you've tuned out by now.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so nobody's watching. We can do whatever.
I mean,
All right,
nobody
perfect.
is.
Now that everyone's left.
Nobody is watching,
Yeah,
so
no one's
yes.
Good. Fuck them. We don't need real viewers, just Chinese bots.
We don't have any of those.
We don't have any of those, but we should get some of those.
We should get some of those.
But in the quest for crazy numbers of viewers, I was going to suggest we should convert to video game streamers. That's way more popular than three guys sitting around streamers. That's not even a real category.
Right.
Video game streamers. You want to be video game streamers?
Okay.
Oh God.
We play VR games.
Yes.
So I'm gonna kick us right off because I can't not. So first, I'm gonna read from 16 U.S. Code
Hard
3372. Yeah. This is a great one. I was watching a 45-minute lecture from a law college about a thing that was very interesting.
And there's
as an example.
The one users that we have is tuning out, I'm sure, at this point.
But
go right ahead.
I'm gonna guess. It's about how nobody knows how many federal laws there are.
Not quite. It's how you don't. One of the points they made was you don't know that you're not breaking the law.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure I am breaking the law.
Right.
Everything's
but
illegal.
You don't know that you're not breaking the law.
You can't.
Oh, that might be true. But I'm just going to quote out of here. Any fish or wildlife taken, possessed, transported, or sold in violation of any law or regulation of any state, or in violation of any foreign law, is a crime. So we have a law that's like, hey, any other country makes some crazy law about, like, I don't know, eating cows.
Yeah.
Oh, is it illegal to have cow meat in
Don't
India?
touch fish is what I'm taking out of this, which I already don't do. So we're good.
Don't touch fish. Touch fish real bad.
Yeah, you're
But
basically
also,
being illegal.
Even if it's like legal to touch your fish where you are and you think all the laws are okay, if it's illegal somewhere else, it might be illegal here just by extension, which is crazy.
Just crazy.
Completely crazy. It's the entire legal system is completely crazy and full of crazy people doing crazy things, and doesn't work the way you think it should, because you look at people like obvious criminals in positions of power. Not going to name any names, but you see them committing crimes and nothing happens. Why is this? Because the system doesn't work, and it's not designed to work. But anyway, Andreas, you continue on with your less depressing point
I'm
about
basically
fish.
just pointing out, well, it's not fish, it's wildlife, which it also includes some plants and shit.
That sounds reasonable.
What's the? Do you have a takeaway from this?
Oh, my takeaway is
Other than
technically we can by handing someone a plant or a piece of, like, I don't know.
Oh, you can incriminate
jerky.
them.
You can just be like, hey, and then arrest them. Yeah. Or have them arrested. I don't know. I'm just pointing out it's a law that says if you violate some other law somewhere else, you're also in violation of
They
the
probably
law.
can't be arrested for it, though. It's probably like a fine or something.
You say that, but there's that one guy who criminally conspired to import endangered orchids, and he pled guilty in open court without a plea deal. In case when I say he did a criminal act, he did a criminal act.
Okay.
And he conspired to commit horrible violations of orchid law, and he went to jail for, like, a serious jail sentence. Like he went to prison. Sorry, jail is for when you're not necessarily guilty. He went to full-on prison after pleading guilty in court, dude, for flowers. And people are like, "Oh, they're flowers." He was, like, running a 6-figure orchid business and the largest domestic importer of orchids at the time. But, like, what the fuck? luck, man.
Yeah.
Some of these, if you get these things enforced against you, which you probably won't, they will hit you pretty hard.
God, yeah, but that's just because there's some dude waiting. He's like, he's doing push-ups every morning, going on that 4-mile run, and then he's just waiting for someone to break like flower law.
Now, one flower law enforcement agent
But I was
waited
also
his
going to
whole
point out,
career for a real criminal.
farm-raised salmon is also, they say banned, but I believe that means it's illegal to either produce or something in some countries, New Zealand, Russia. And I would just like to point out, like, I have that actively in my fridge, I think.
I think the way they interpret the law is to mean you can't go to other countries and break their laws there and then come back here and not go to jail for it just because... I don't know. I think it's a don't go other places and be shitty law. I think that's how it tends to get interpreted. It doesn't actually say that, though, so
Oh,
they
it
can
doesn't.
enforce it however they want.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it doesn't
You don't know
matter.
what a law means until after you've been to court and found guilty or not guilty of breaking the law.
Right. Well, I just wanted to bring it up. I just thought it was an
Yeah.
interesting little bit of law. I've got other real things to talk about.
Here I am talking about wanting to be a video game streamer, and you're like, yeah, the laws are fucked up.
What are we streaming? What are we streaming? How are
should
we
stream
competing with
things
this market?
nobody else is streaming. We gotta
So I
keep
will
going to
point
those
out-
niche markets.
I will point out, I've been on Twitch. Those niche markets suck. There's like 16 people there.
But also, forget Twitch. Everybody streams on Twitch. We're streaming video games on YouTube.
That's a
because
thing too.
Nobody's doing that.
No, lots of people do that.
God damn it, really?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's a whole gaming.
Stop ruining my plans with reality.
There's a whole gaming section of YouTube.
Is there anything good there?
I mean, yeah,
God,
I watch
like
stuff on
statistically,
there.
probably.
I watch stuff on there with like
Hmm.
large numbers of human beings watching at a time. So
We should do it anyway.
the biggest streamer, like the content creator of the year or whatever, Valkyrie, she streams on YouTube.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
You've used a lot of words that mean almost nothing to me, but that's rad.
she plays
Yeah, I
Among
think
Us
perhaps we
and
need
Rust
to be
and
more
stuff.
tuned into the whole streaming thing than I am for streaming to be worthwhile.
It's
for us.
it's kind of how we make our living right now. So
Well, for you,
yeah,
how do
Yeah.
I become a famous rich streamer, Calvin?
I
Well,
don't know how to
let
do
me-
that for myself.
Yeah.
So
Let me pitch you on a different way to become rich. Stonks. Stonks are like
you mean
stocks.
like mortar stonks?
No, I mean like stocks, but
stonks.
Oh,
the meme. So
okay.
legitimately, I want to talk about how GameStop like increased by like 1,000% in the last like 2 weeks.
Well,
On the
that's
stock market?
ridiculous. GameStop is a garbage company.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's all because of r/ Wall Street bets, where people throw money at things because other people are doing it, and it's for the memes.
I'm aware of r/Wall Street bets, but they are full-on moron.
Oh yeah, no, right. So
It's like the
but
definition
some
of
people
more
are
money
making
than
millions of
sense.
dollars right now.
Which what?
Most people have more money than sense.
I definitely have more money than sense.
Yeah, it's upsettingly a low bar.
This is
Sorry.
why I'm very careful not to go to places like Wall Street bets.
So yeah, it's called bets for a reason. It's pretty great. But so that's like blowing up, right? And I thought
Yeah.
here's a very like it's a fairly technical, like fairly difficult thing to do to work the stock market,
Okay.
successfully.
Okay, successful.
Yeah, it's
is like
very easy to
80%
just
luck.
yeet money out the window. I can do
Yeah, I
that out of
can do
any
that.
moving car. But like, here's the thing that's like everyone knows is like kind of technical and kind of hard, and most people don't deal with. And they are now fueling people to go do it with memes and probably manipulating the market to some degree because they're like, hey, everyone buy this, so everyone buys it, and now the price actually goes up because people are buying it.
And they see
And
price goes up, they buy it.
And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So my kind of question for you guys is, what can you apply memes and what can you apply memes to that's like technically complex enough that people don't know what they're doing but will still listen to you in order to like profit?
Politics, healthcare,
Wait,
finance,
how do you profit
car
off the
repair.
healthcare one?
Huh?
How do you profit off healthcare? Hold on.
Buy my dick pills?
Oh, yeah. Yep, all right. I forgot. Yep, that's fair.
Never
Oh.
forget about the dick pills.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Sorry.
Keep taking him or it falls off.
Look at all the anti-vaxxer, homeopathic, naturopathic, essential oil, multi-level marketing stuff.
But,
Yeah,
That's
half
all
of our
people
scam
profiting
ideas.
off of how confusing and scary real healthcare is.
but
Yeah.
hold on, the stock market is real,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Is it?
And no one who's buying these stocks is like, well, the stock market's real fake. It's real fake.
It's a
as opposed
real
to fake real.
sort of construct. It's as real as a bank.
So yeah, the stock market's real fake, but like homeopathics are fake real.
Okay.
It's fake that they're real, as opposed to the stock market, which is it's real that it's fake.
It's as real as money. And that's all
Yeah,
it costs to
Like
pretend
it's
you're in the stock
conceptually
market.
real, but it doesn't really exist. As opposed to homeopathics, which are conceptually
Malarkey.
false, but do exist.
Like, there's like borderline malarkey. Like, essential oils technically are a real thing. And some of them have some amount of effect that you can feel directly. Like eucalyptus oil, you breathe that shit in, it fucks with your lungs. You make wah. Like,
Wait, does
But
it fuck
you're-
with your lungs in a good way? Is this
it
cool?
like opens up your thing, whatever the fuck your sinuses.
Sure, I would.
Oh.
It goes, "Whoa!"
I would trust essential oils for anything that could be cured with a placebo effect.
Yeah, no, they're real great. They're fantastic placebo. The icy hot that works for reals,
Sure,
at least.
Well, I mean,
but the cancer
Yeah.
curing stuff, that stuff
Yeah,
is where you get
yeah.
back.
You don't cure cancer with essential oils. That's not how you work it.
Yeah.
But you can definitely make a lot of money convincing people that you can cure cancer with essential oils
Mhm.
using memes.
all right,
There's
all
a
right.
whole generation of people who respond to memes and haven't yet been like made cynical about alternative medicine. We could get them.
So that's upsetting and true. But here's a question. I was looking for like morally neutral,
Oh,
because like
Oh.
I think the stock like betting on the stock market is morally neutral. Like they're aware that they're putting money into a thing that may not work, but they're doing it for the memes.
yeah, but when you buy that Raytheon stock, you're partially supporting like missiles being shot at children.
I mean, when you pay your taxes, you're partially supporting missiles being
That's-
shot at children.
Yeah, that's also true, but I'm not telling people to pay their taxes. The government is forcing them.
I mean,
I
That's
tell people to buy
Look,
stocks.
everything's
I'm
connected,
supporting
but I'm not
this.
supporting children being shot at. Look,
Are you
no,
implying that you don't pay your taxes?
I'm implying that me paying my taxes does not mean that I am a part of children being shot at more than I am a part of everything that ever happens or has happened or will happen. I mean, you can't just draw the line and be like, this is where things connect, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, we can't blame you for the things the government does because the government will put you in prison if you don't pay your taxes.
true.
That's the thing. You might be supporting it technically, but you're not actively like choosing
Right.
to support it.
I'm-
Whereas by buying stock in Raytheon, you are directly choosing to support.
I mean, I'm
missiles that
technically,
get shot at children.
what I'm trying to say is I'm technically contributing to the heat death of the universe by just being alive, you know?
Yep. Everybody should stop being alive.
Right. But so, and not that that will help anything, but
Which is why we buy Raytheon stock.
We're really nailing this
It's
comedy
just-
podcast thing, aren't we?
Oh, right, I
Just
forgot
hit-
we're a comedy
hit
podcast.
Well-
It's
on the
funny.
head.
Sometimes it's funny
Say
from a
something that's
certain.
not depressing.
Guys, let's talk about sugar. Can we talk about sugar?
Sugar, yes.
Oh yeah, what's up with sugar?
So, I recently learned that sugar and a lot of molecules are chiral. Did you guys know that? You know,
I don't know
chiral?
what chiral
They
is.
have like
Left-
an orientation.
Left-handed and right-handed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Something
Mhm.
chiral is something that when you put it up on a mirror, it is the mirrored version of it. It doesn't symmetrically slice, right?
Mhm.
And that's interesting because there's only one kind of sugar that right-hand, I believe, sugar. I think it's the right-handed kind. Is it either right-handed or left-handed? I think it's the right. We'll say right. Right-handed sugar is the only thing that biology on this planet produces. Our molecular machines that we are, and that everything is, and that plants are, and all that kind of stuff, only produce right-handed sugar because we've only been set up to process right-handed sugar. So genetically, everything is all right-handed sugar. So that means if you make left-handed sugar, you don't get the calories from it.
What is that called? What is it called? It's gotta be on the market.
Sweet?
It's called L-glucose.
That would make sense with the left-handed.
I believe it's called L-glucose. And right-handed glucose is called something else. It's not
D.
called R.
D.
It's called D. It's called D. D-glucose. Yeah. So the cool thing is I started thinking about this, and I started having this idea because like there are sugar substitutes that actually taste really sweet and good, like alcohol sugars and things like that, but they make you like violently ill if you have a lot of it. Like the gummy bears. You guys know about the gummy bears, right? The sugar-free gummy bears that make you
Oh,
like
you mean the ones that make you shit yourself?
yeah.
Yes.
Like a lot. But you want to just keep eating these gummy bears because they're no calories, right? So I was thinking like, something that's just plain old sugar, but your body doesn't process it, and it won't process right-handed sugar. So I started thinking about, hey, how do we get a plant? Because there are mechanisms, there's ways to make right-handed sugar, but it costs like a ridiculous amount of money to make this tiny amount. It's like per like gold to sugar, it's like the weight difference is just extreme. It's extremely expensive to make the sugar. It'd be easier
It's
to.
also a laxative.
Genetically engineering.
So
plants
that's
to
the
make
problem.
left-handed sugar.
I was thinking, okay, so that now we're walking through the process and you guys are pulling out all the pieces. I was thinking about what would it take to genetically engineer a plant to produce left-handed sugar. And then I went through the whole thing and I had some ideas about it where like you get the DNA and then you mirror it and then put an order in for the code, right? And then you start trying to inject it into plants and they'll probably fail at first. And then you go through a whole process and you get until you can get, because DNA is basically an instruction set, right? And it being read by the instruction readers and makers will probably break a bunch of other stuff if you start putting it in backwards or mirrored, because DNA is chiral as well, which is why you get chiral sugar. Anyway, and I was like, oh, this is great. I think we could do this. Actually, this might be a really good idea. I'm going to bring it up to Thunk Tank. And then I started looking into it and realized it's the fact that your body doesn't process the sugar that makes it go.
Oh shit. Okay.
Literally,
So,
shit, yes.
yeah. Can you break
So we mark
down?
it as a sugar substitute and a laxative. Easy peasy.
Well, there's stuff that does that already. The only benefit
How come
is
you don't just?
you wouldn't be able to taste the difference.
And you could use it in baking.
Yes, you could.
Mm.
You could use it in baking.
Perfectly substitute for sugar in baking.
That's pretty
I
rad.
will also point out, how come with like the gummy bears, they just don't also build in something that really binds you up? So they kinda, like, fight?
Probably because that all tastes awful.
I think gelatin does that.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
I'm like 50% sure gelatin does that because when I was like a teenager, made a big tray of Jello jigglers, but I'm like, I want them to be really firm. So I made them really firm. and I proceeded to eat like half a tray of like low sugar Jello jigglers that were super firm, and then they had issues. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened because like they were serious issues.
Let's talk about something else.
Oh yeah,
I'm done with
you
the
guys
sugar.
have seen The Mandalorian season 2, right?
Oh my gosh, are we talking about
Watched, like,
The Mandalorian
2
again?
episodes of it.
I've seen
You've
all The
only seen 2
Mandalorian.
episodes of it?
Like maybe 3 or 4. I don't know.
Oh fuck! All right, I
Haven't
can't
seen
talk
all of
about
it. Don't
the
spoil
last episode then.
Here,
Son of a
go
bitch.
ahead.
No, it's fine. No, I was just going to talk
Okay.
about Mark Hamill.
Come back.
I was going to point out. Point out that Mark Hamill.
He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back.
The CGI rendering of Mark Hamill was the most atrocious thing I've seen in a long time.
It's not that bad.
But I thought it was awful because it looked almost exactly like Battlefront 2 version of Luke Skywalker. That they just sat there. I just did not like it. I didn't find it believable. And wanted to point out
What's
that
CGI?
there's a Mark Hamill lookalike who I believe played the Winter Soldier. Like
Okay.
he made the news a couple of years ago as being like almost identical looking, with a tiny amount of like processing and makeup or something
Yeah.
to look like Mark Hamill.
And they didn't
just
cast
use
him. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. So I was just gonna point that out to try to ruin everyone's viewing pleasure of that.
Yep.
And that's when I said, yeah, I didn't have a joke lined up. I didn't have to, some of it.
So speaking of video games and stuff, I thought it might be fun if we do a future episode of Thunk Tanked in VR.
We should do
like
every
at a VR
episode
table?
of Thunk Tanked in VR and be video game streamers.
Yeah, we could be, yeah, okay.
Officially, for reals.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, it's not like we have like a...
Not like the audience will care about our
We have
drastic
a brand
switch.
to be going off of. We don't have a brand that we'd be missing.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay, next time in VR, guys.
Yeah, you guys, we'll have to do it in VR chat. That'll be fun.
Heck yeah! I'll have to figure out how VR chat works.
Yeah, we should do
Okay.
that. It'll be. I want to take you guys around and show you cool stuff.
Cool.
God, it's like a neighborhood, isn't it? Son of a bitch. Weird.
It's like a neighborhood.
Computers, they're like a neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly like a neighborhood.
Network neighborhood, it's basically the same thing. Metaphorically, the servers are buildings and the wires are roadways. Perfect metaphor.
Is that from Tron?
Hold on.
Is that from
Yeah,
Tron
I was gonna
Legacy?
say,
Wait,
grid.
I don't actually know.
I think that was. I think it's like a direct
Could have been.
thing from Tron Legacy.
I was about to say the grid.
The grid.
That's the grid.
I don't remember the rest of the line.
But I can hear the Daft Punk going.
Yeah. No, that's
Which is the best part of that movie.
It was the best part of that movie.
no. The best part of that movie was his girlfriend being made out of his father's ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Watch
we've
that
talked
movie
about this
differently
already
than
on here, but I'll
No,
just run
no.
through.
You've seen it, right? You've seen Tron Legacy, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Have
has Andreas not explained his
I
theory?
feel like I did this on a podcast like
You
three
probably did, and I
episodes ago.
forgot now.
Okay.
All right,
Just ignore
look.
it. Luke was
He's-
skipping.
Flynn gets
We're not
eaten by a
skipping it.
laser and goes into a computer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
20 years later, his son gets eaten by a laser and goes into the same computer.
Uh-huh.
They
Okay.
do fighty things. Flynn doesn't do so great at the end, and Flynn's son gets out along with a program his dad wrote, who he is now in love with, I guess.
No, his dad didn't write
Cool.
it. She existed from the she's an ISO. She
Oh.
didn't
Oh,
she
she-
came from the system. It's she's generative.
Oh, she's bloatware.
She's not bloater.
So he leaves with her, and he gets materialized back by the laser, and then she gets materialized by the laser.
Into the
And
real
they
world.
get on his boat. And in the real world,
Allegedly.
Real
It's in
first
the
way.
movie. That's what happens.
And they drive away, right? So the matter from his dad went into the laser,
Right.
and the matter for his girlfriend came out of the laser.
Yeah, and it's been established. It's been established that this system was designed for matter transportation. They in the first movie they bring up an apple. They turn the apple into computer stuff, and then they out the apple somewhere else. That is the whole point of the system: is digitizing and undigitizing matter. So Andreas's
Some high
claim,
voltage data.
yeah,
Not completely baseless, but I think if you're just transmitting between matter and energy and matter, is any particular energy any particular matter? It's more of like they come out as a slurry of all energy the system has previously taken in, which includes like grid-based electricity.
yeah.
So
So by those thoughts, though, like, what's the difference between a Star Trek transporter and a replicator?
there isn't any, except that, like, theoretically in the Star Trek universe, you don't die every time you go through a transporter.
That's questionable.
But, like, functionally, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Didn't they have an episode where someone died? They managed the transporter still had the log of the person on there, and they rebuilt them.
Absolutely, they've done that.
So I'd just like to point out, one, why the fuck didn't we have two Picards on that ship?
Why didn't you just
They have done that too.
replicate the
They've-
good people?
They have two Rikers. There's two Rikers running around.
No, that's not helpful. We need two Picards. Two useful
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Riker occasionally did useful things.
Only
Yeah.
after he had the beard.
They totally
yeah.
have the tech to just immediately just make as many clones of yourself as you want. You could just lever them out. Like that is
God,
absolutely makes sense.
How are the humans not doing much better?
I don't know.
Well,
Like,
That's like
They
an
have
instant
infinite-
don't die kind of thing, isn't it?
yeah,
I think that.
I would
like,
have an army of me on a ship and totally fucking mess shit up.
the only reasonable explanation for the transporters that isn't the universe you guys say is that they do something else. They don't function like replicators.
But they've been
They
clearly
somehow like displace space
nope.
or something.
Nope. They have a Heisenberg. They have a Heisenberg compensator so that they can know the direction and position of all atoms.
Like knowing where something is important to transporting it. Maybe they actually somehow transport matter as like discrete matter and then rearrange it back to its original shape.
Nope.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope. They turn it into
whatsoever
energy
that
and they bounce
nothing
it.
they do with any of that ever makes any sense.
I know.
Like-
It's so true.
Like, there's no way Star Trek transporters ever made any sense,
hmm
except maybe as some sort of spatial displacement. But they never work that way.
Right. They never did.
Talk about them that way.
And the transporter beam goes down and like hits the ground and then rebuilds the person somehow.
But they never get any dirt from beneath their shoes, so they're like
Yeah.
very accurately figuring out where somebody is, which
The
is
dirt goes into you. You're shitting out sand for like a week after a transport.
like
They've accidentally
transporters.
transported
Star
people
Trek.
up as children, as a children version of themselves. And then later on, they fixed it so that they die sooner, you know?
Wait, hold on.
Like they've provably like saved people's pattern
Yeah.
in their transporter buffer.
Yes.
Which means if you could just save people's pattern in the transporter buffer, you could make that person immortal.
Right.
For fucking ever.
Right, but they don't do that, and instead they
No.
use the buffer, the pattern that's in the buffer, to fix transporter errors. Like when you come out and you're a tiny kid, and they're like, "Well, we know how to fix this. We'll just put you back in the transporter and reintegrate your buffer, and it'll be fine." And it
Yeah,
is,
It's crazy.
and it is. It's fine.
And nobody's freaked out by this.
Nobody.
Wow, this is so much like the Prestige. It hurts.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Prestige made more sense than this.
It does. It made a
Oh, yeah,
lot
no,
of
the
sense.
Prestige was excellent.
It was very good.
I would like to point out what about a Star Trek version where every time they transported down to a planet, the crew that transported down all went off the transporter and back to the rest of the ship to do their jobs, and the copy of them that they sent down did the shit, and then they just left them there.
Every time.
Like, that would make
Every
a lot
time.
more sense and be
That-
super efficient.
You know,
Yeah, you don't have to do beamback.
you know what I want to see? I want a show. Okay, I'm pitching a show now. It's a Star Trek
Okay.
show, right? But it's basically Mythbusters, where you've got like these two engineers that hang out and they work on the various like Star Trek continuity problems and stuff like that. Like, and like they think about things and they have discussions about transporters and figuring out how they work. And like, wait a second, can't you just make a copy? I bet we could do that.
So hold on, let me. God, we call it something like Space Crimes 2085 or something. So no, here it is. A spaceship, two astronauts on a routine like orbit of Mars or some shit, like find a spaceship.
Mhm.
And they just start dicking around with it and figuring out how it works. So it's all about them finding exploits.
Oh my
and,
God.
like building up power to
Dude,
figure out. Like,
I would watch
crazy
that.
shit.
I would love that movie. I want that movie. I wanted like a set movie with basically that's Rendezvous with Rama.
Is it?
Have you guys ever read Rendezvous with Rama?
I've read some of the Rama series, and I don't remember which.
I believe the first one they like an alien ship is going through our solar system and they go out and they land on it and it's fucking huge and fucking weird and they're just the whole book is them just trying to figure out how the hell this thing even operates or works or what's going on. Are there people alive in here? Is that thing that moved over there, is that alive? Is that a robot? We don't know. It's awesome.
This is where the whole sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic phrase originates, right?
Is
Something
it
like
Arthur
that.
C. Clarke? Arthur C. Clarke?
Isn't it?
Arthur C.
Is-
Clarke wrote Rendezvous with Rama.
Yes,
Yeah,
then
but,
yes.
Like, I think that's the book that phrase comes from.
That makes sense.
I might be wrong.
That would make sense. I mean, that was what was going on, where they were just like,
Yeah, it was kind of awesome. But it was also a sci-fi writer didn't want to have to explain scientifically anything that was going on. It was just like, no, you can't understand it. It's basically magic to you.
yeah,
Which is sort of a total cop-out in like the most awesome way possible.
yeah, but it didn't feel that way while they were exploring it. They were really, the characters were really trying to figure things out, and they just couldn't. But they were describing what was going on.
Basically magic.
Yeah, it was awesome. I would love a movie about that kind. I want many movies about that.
I'm picturing a miniseries.
I think if we
So,
could convince like Netflix to make like limited series, like 8 1-hour-long episodes,
Exactly.
that might be enough for the first Rama book.
And I'd like to. Oh, I wasn't thinking
So
the Rama
good.
book. I was thinking my Mars version.
Oh,
of that.
Mars version, same difference, really.
I'm also picturing it with the exact same kind of like pacing structure as those animes about people that get stupid powerful.
Sure, like
Co-
all the animes.
No. Like,
Like
you ever seen
Shojin?
those? No,
Shojin Jump
not like
stuff?
Shojin. Like all the animes where people have just inherently way too much power,
Like One Punch
and the
Man,
show's just
but not
like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is a parody of
like-
that kind of thing.
Exactly. One Punch Man, there's a whole bunch. I think there's one that's like, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll just put all my points in defense.
Yeah. Okay.
They,
Yep.
Like, they're not good. They're usually
Is
not
it
good.
actually called that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I've
It's
seen
so
that
funny
one.
how
It
you
was pretty good.
Names for anime. That's
Oh,
terrible.
what the?
I enjoyed it.
No, it's just like, I think I got reincarnated as a slime is a great example of that.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. I watched a lot of
Yeah.
anime while I was recovering from like surgery. A lot of anime.
Anime's great sometimes. Yeah.
There is a lot of it.
Yeah. What else? There's another one that's like that. I think it's reincarnated with a smartphone. which is a different kind of overpowered, but he's like, went back to medieval times with magic. And I've got a cell phone that works. And it's just like, it's, man, not a good, I couldn't get
Screwing with us, right?
No, like, and she's like super powerful, like, and he's like lame. That was the whole like thing.
And he doesn't want to be there, but she really wants to have like a fun adventure with him.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's
It's
what
weird.
It is.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
It got
It got really weird.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I'm out.
Harder than I've noped in a while. Anyhow, so I envision over the course of these 8 episodes, like it gets super powerful. Maybe one of them dies in a horrible accident. And then I think the other one attempts to take over the universe and accidentally kills themselves.
Oh, I like it.
Like I just, that's the arc I see, is just crazy, rule the world. Nope, dead. Like
yeah, like they like beyond their bounds. It's almost like some of the there's a lot of like TNG episodes where like somebody gets like superhuman intelligence or something like that. All kinds, like where they just like they take over the whole ship and they've got like this thing connected into their brain and they're like super powered or something like that. I would love to see that kind of thing done with a more serious bent. And I love that idea of like one of them dying off eventually, and maybe in the process of the other guy thinking like, maybe I can even revive, John. He can come back.
Fuck.
Right?
God.
If I just get this little bit more understanding, I can do it. And he risks something, but then he like jumps way above and he just doesn't care anymore.
Or doesn't, I don't know. There's a lot of great things. Could go crazy from being alone in space for long extended periods of time. There's tons of great shit. It's a great show. Damn it, Netflix.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't
fucking
exist.
Pay attention to us.
Yeah. Okay, fans, got to like and subscribe in order to get Netflix to pay attention to us.
One of my favorite things also that could be worked into this, I have one of my favorite books I've read is Signal to Noise. And in it, they get an alien signal. And this alien's contacting this guy, and he's like, they find a signal from aliens in the cosmic microwave background radiation. So they like pull out this signal from all of it, and the alien gives him tech, and he starts building it. And he builds this little ball thing that lets him teleport anywhere. It's hooked into his like VR internal system, right? They're all like wired up people. So he's like points this ball out, and an arrow extends out across the globe, and he can see the globe in his mind's eye, and he pinpoints the place he wants to go, and he teleports there. So he's got like a teleport anywhere on the globe thing. And what happens is, as you read the book, he starts to realize that the aliens are just scamming the Earth with their tech, and they're coming to wipe them out, because what they do is they wipe out intelligent species so that they're the dominant species in the universe. And this ball, it works by stealing rotational energy from the Earth. So they like kill their planet using all this new tech, and eventually the aliens show up and they rob the sun of its rotational energy, and they kill the solar system. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Man, we don't have enough hard sci-fi, do we?
We don't.
Well, that's because the definition for hard sci-fi is pretty soft, and it's so much easier to not make hard sci-fi because the soft stuff is easier and more fun and more appealing to audiences of all ages. And Netflix, who should finance our very soft sci-fi movie about 2 guys on Mars who discover an alien spaceship.
Oh my god, we call it 2 Guys, 1 Mars.
2 Guys, Jesus. No, we don't. We never call anything like that. But yes, that's a great name.
That's like a story of like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, right?
All right, so new Kickstarter. It's Elon Musk and
Jeff Bezos.
We send him to actual Mars. See what happens.
Cool.
Yeah, Andreas, I want you to do your TV show. I want you to actually write a script where it's Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos trapped on Mars, discover an alien spaceship.
Yeah.
Elon Musk attempts to upload himself into the alien's computer, and Jeff Bezos tries to take over the Earth. I think that's the...
That makes perfect sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still also want a comedy set in the Star Trek universe where they
So
two engineers tear
seen-
apart things.
Lower Decks.
Yeah,
That's close to
It's
what you're
close.
suggesting.
it's pretty close.
Maybe they'll
There's a
get
lot
there
of good
if they
stuff
get more
there.
seasons.
Maybe that would be awesome. I really like Lower Decks. It's very good.
Yeah, it was like the Orville, but real with like Star Trek.
Yeah.
merch slapped on it.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I'll maybe try to watch it. That's on CBS. Neat.
You watch real television? The fuck?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What the f-
If
real
it had been on
television?
any network, I would have been like, "Oh, it's on blank network. Cool." Whoosh.
I don't know. I thought maybe you got like real broadcast TV or something where you are. Have you put up an antenna and looked?
I haven't. Is there an antenna built into my TV?
I don't
Probably.
know. Probably not.
Here's the trouble with that. If you get broadcast television, you're getting advertisements like every 15 seconds or whatever.
Oh God, yeah, no. Advertisements are bad. It's impressive.
So we need like real life ad blockers. They're wraparound sunglasses that go completely black whenever you see an ad.
Bonus feature.
Da-da-da-da-da.
They can also go completely black whenever you're frightened or scared. I want that too.
Yeah, that too. We can make that optional.
Good.
I feel like that one's actually easier to do because it's just a smartwatch and your heart rate increases and it goes boop.
Oh man, I could actually make those.
Yeah, that's
could.
pretty easy.
Why haven't you?
Oh, that's on my list now. Okay, for robot television, that's on my list. Dude,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna make those. That's not
Yeah,
hard
it's
at all.
fantastic. No, and those are super, like, I hate to say it, also super marketable items.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people have smartwatches, and a lot of people would love that. Jesus. God, so many car accidents, though.
Like I think people are smart enough not to drive while wearing peril-sensitive sunglasses.
I don't.
Peril sensitive sunglasses, that's what they were called. That's what it is.
The Jugenta 2000 peril-sensitive sunglasses. I got a pair included in the package when I bought the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text adventure.
Oh man.
They
Wait,
were
I have a
just
question.
black
Were they just-
cardboard glasses.
They were black all the time?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
At every point during the game, you were in peril.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
perfect.
That's so good.
It was great.
Oh man.
That's... So, you guys, Eric, you got any inventions this week?
So I had one, but it turns out somebody's already doing it.
Ah,
Yeah,
fuck
I know.
them.
But their production sucks, and they're out of stock till like March. So we could come in and usurp the market share of temperature-controlled butter dishes to keep your butter at the perfect spreading temperature, regardless of the room temperature.
And let me pitch you on this. Let me pitch you on this instead.
So dumb.
This product's garbage. Here's what you need: is one that at night, when you're not going to use it, it gets colder to preserve the butter for longer.
Motion sensitive butter heating.
Only has
Right.
the butter heated to a reasonable temperature during reasonable times.
So this butter dish also claims to keep the butter from getting too warm in warm room. It's temperature controlled, not heated. It's temperature
Right.
controlled, right?
They
Right,
air
yeah.
condition their butter. Amazing.
And heat it when necessary. It's just a heat pump that can work both ways.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
Oh!
bidirectional heat pump. This
Yeah.
exists.
Those little
Yeah.
professor
Yeah, you could do with whatever those things are. Yeah.
they're electric.
It's
Yeah, those are awesome.
yeah, super easy. Butter temperature control dish. Keep your butter at the perfect temperature, regardless of what time it is.
I was wondering
I'm
if you
looking
could
at one of these on Amazon. Neat.
Last I checked, they were out of stock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
they don't have any more till
ridiculous.
March.
the idea that so many people need. Oh my! What is wrong with this? I'll be happy when
want
all
one.
the humans are gone. It'll be great.
So, there's legitimate need for this, and I'm going to tell you right now. No, because there's a lot of people that live in very hot climates
Uh huh.
that have refrigerators and don't have air conditioning. right? So you could have refrigerated butter or you could have melted butter, but you couldn't have anything in between reasonable. This does fill a market for people in like Texas who are in like a tin roof shack with a mini fridge.
Or
And they
me,
need
who
toast.
it's too cold for the butter to spread.
That's
No
true
matter
too.
what room I put the butter in.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
have a room in my house that's refrigerator temperature.
that's alarming. And
I mean, it's fine.
is it separately insulated from the rest of your house?
Partially.
Partially is better than not at all,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But like, yeah, no, we need thermally controlled butter dishes. This is a good use of technology.
God.
Because if you can spread your butter on your bread correctly, you don't have huge clumps of butter and then bits of bread with no butter. And like, it's a diet product that helps you eat the right amount of butter, basically.
Wait, no. What?
Diet product. Yeah.
Well, if I could spread my butter, I wouldn't need to put so many huge clumps of butter on. I could put just the right amount of butter.
What if we just sold
Man, now I want buttered
diet butter
toast
and it
really
was
bad.
half sticks of butter the long way?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? I don't.
Why
I
are
didn't
you
really
slicing
count.
butter the wrong way?
So no. We call it diet butter, and it's half a stick of butter, but it's sliced the long way.
You stand it up straight. And you go down
No,
this way.
it's diet butter. It's diet butter. So
Yeah.
when you cut bits off of it, they're smaller and more manageable, and it's just a marketing thing. I don't know. Call it diet butter.
We could market like whipped butter as diet butter.
Oh, because there's air in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The same volume contains fewer calories. A tablespoon of whipped butter is like 2/3 the calories of a tablespoon of regular butter.
That is it. That's like the thing. You guys have just come up with the actual like money-making scheme. It's butter.
Whipped butter as diet
Whipped
butter.
butter is diet butter because
30% less fat by volume.
Yeah.
Per tablespoon. Don't even say by volume. Just give it a volume.
diet
No one will realize.
diet butter foam.
Yeah. We could whip extra air into it. Make it airy and delicious.
Diet butter foam.
Could
Tastes-
whip a different oil
Tastes
in there.
just like butter because it is.
Because it is made with real butter.
Oh my god. We can have a low sodium version. It can also be low sodium. The salt is low sodium. Third less soda.
Doesn't matter. It will be less sodium because it's all whipped with all that air in it.
Yeah. Fuck. The idea of just having less in there. I really hate that's that good. New diet Coke for this thing. Like tiny cans of soda.
Diet soda that's
Diet
super
Diet
small.
soda.
Just there's more can on the outside, and then there's inside. There's a smaller
Right,
can.
the cans are the same size. There's just less in them.
Oh yeah, just fill it up a little bit. Right, you can hear it sloshing around. Yes,
Oh, that's fucking
that would
great.
sell like crazy. You know it would because people are dumb.
No, the diet sodas wouldn't. The diet butter would. Diet
I-
sodas, people have some concept of volume.
Yeah.
I think people would be like, "This soda can is 80% air." It's just the same thing they bitch about corn chips or whatever. And that has a pretty legit reason.
Yeah. Man, now
That's
I
why
want
I-
snacks. You guys suck so much. I'm hungry now.
Sorry.
We should end the episode because I gotta go find
Yeah,
some
in the
snacks.
episode, I gotta get some butter.
Gotta get some butter.
What else can you just make less of and have it be a diet version legitimately? Like ice cream. You could whip ice cream. You could
They
whip
do
air
that. They do that. If you
Can't
look,
the right person to ask.
I know about this, and I'm angry.
Yeah, they're adding water and shit to ice cream and make it less
Yeah,
creamy.
it's
So ice
it's
cream sucks now.
it's a way to
All
make
modern
garbage
cream
ice
is
cream.
garbage.
Well, like Haagen-Dazs, and there's certain types of
Haagen-Dazs
stuff
is
that's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Some of those old school ice creams are still okay.
Yeah.
Modern ice cream is garbage. Kids today don't know what ice cream is. It's probably
Fucking
good for
kids.
the future.
Oh man. So what did you guys learn today?
I learned don't touch fish.
Don't touch fish.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's-
yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good lesson. That's
It's a really good lesson. I mean, what else happened?
I learned that less isn't more. Thanks. That's it, like
Less is less.
That was a rough one. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really like pulling teeth on that one, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I didn't learn anything. I mean, I learned those
That's
things that
fair.
you guys said, but I also didn't learn anything else.
I learned we're becoming streamers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Video
but
game streamers.
Maybe. Who knows?
Hopefully famous video game streamers after we buy 100 million followers.
Mm.
Or whatever.
Mm.
Subscribers? Is that what you get on YouTube?
I don't want to say because now I feel like I'm incriminating us, but it's 1,000 that we're looking for.
There's
Um,
no lie. There's no law against buying followers. It's just the violation of terms of service, and we'll only get banned, which is fine.
Yes.
We can just make more accounts. It's free.
God, that's upsetting.
as
Like
long as nobody cares enough to stop us, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's true.
All right, I'm gonna.
All right,
I'm gonna
what
roll
are
the
we naming
outro.
this episode?
Oh,
What are we
that's
naming
A
right,
it?
that's right.
suggestion for I'm gonna clickbait title. If you're in the army and go to ranger school and get your ranger tab, are you an army ranger? The answer may surprise you.
Is the answer yes?
No.
I think that's too
Oh,
long.
sweet!
Is it too long for a clickbait?
Yeah, Ranger School. Does Ranger School make you a ranger?
There you go.
And the answer's no. The answer's no. Fuck it.
no.
No clickbait. Here's the answer.
Anybody who watched through to the episode at this point to find out the answer to the question in the title, you're welcome.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck. You know,
Do
good
all things, engage fully so YouTube thinks you like us.
Uh.
Or if you're listening to us on a podcast, do the things for the podcast.
Hmm.
Oh God, yeah, please do something for the
Yeah,
podcast.
just
like,
if you're here at all, please just leave any kind of comment. I know you don't normally,
Buy us 1,000 subscriptions from
Yeah.
China.
but also like I know you don't normally comment on anything. Just leave one comment below and just say potato. That's all I'm asking. Is just a potato. Just
Ooh,
engage.
potato comments.
Just a moment.
engage, yeah.
just
Don't give us
say-
that.
Just type potato and leave it. That's all we're asking.
Just
All
roll
right.
your face on the keyboard and hit enter. Either one works, really.
All right. I'll do the outro. Here we go.
If you go
Outro
left to right,
time.
it hits enter on its own usually.
Can we get an outro that's a sea shanty? Those are popular these days.
Hey.
Oh God, it's weird. It's just that one though, and that one